Hi, and welcome to another episode of What Does the Fox Say? My name is Daniel Fox. This week, we're chatting about reciprocity, or more a crisis in reciprocity that individually and collectively we are going through. I remember hiking up on Mauna Loa on the big island of Hawaii. I was coming up over a hill and I started to have this eerie feeling creeping. It was a bizarre sensation. I was in the middle of this majestic, strange, alien-like landscape, and something deep within didn't feel right. I didn't feel like I was in danger though. I didn't feel like there was some wild animal stalking me or that there was some weird ghost around. No, it was more subtle than that. It was as if walking into a room that you've known and been before, but there's a feeling that something's missing. You can't quite put your finger on. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know that something is missing. Something isn't right. That's what I felt. I stood there, my feet planted on the ground, my head looking in all directions, trying to figure out what was going on. And it took me some minutes to finally realize that what was missing was sound. And not that it was quiet and peaceful. No, it was the realization that there was an absence of sound. There was no wind, no bird, no plane in the sky. There was not even the slight hum of the earth, or I didn't feel like I was hearing my breath. There was just no sound. There was a vacuum around me. You see, we're meant to experience and perceive the world around us. Our bodies are organisms that were created with one simple purpose: to process the information that surrounds us. Our senses really exist because there's something to sense. My ears wouldn't exist if there was nothing to hear. My taste buds wouldn't be if there was nothing to eat. And my eyes would have no purpose if there was nothing to see. Which explains why creatures that live deep in dark caves actually lose their eyesight. My existence is confirmed not through my understanding of presence, but rather through the feedback that I get from the outside. It's this reciprocity, these ongoing and non-stop relationships that confirm and create my reality. What my body and my senses do is allow me to situate myself into the world. By hearing what I hear, by seeing what I see, by touching what I touch, I'm able to understand where I am, where I have been, and where I'm going. The eerie feeling I was having on Mauna Loa was because I wasn't hearing the world around me. I wasn't getting any feedback. There was no reciprocity. It's like my radar was sending these radio waves, but with nothing to bounce back from. They just kept getting further and further away. Today, individually and collectively, we find ourselves in places where these relationships that define our place and give us a purpose are being questioned. They're being broken, or some of them are just simply disappearing. Emails are unanswered, projects are cancelled, the future is on hold, no one knows really which direction to take or even if it's worth it. Social media engagement is down and people are tired, overwhelmed by the constant contradictory flow of information that trends daily, and they're tired of being told that there's a silver lining in this situation, that we have the capacity to grow from this tragedy, when in reality we all want to scream, fuck, it sucks. So we retreat and seek a reciprocity that is much closer, with our friends and with our family, where one doesn't need emails, contracts, or investments to feel appreciated. We volunteer, we take projects that give us a swift gratification and reassure our sense of value and purpose. We feel pride now planting a garden instead of signing a multi-million-dollar contract. Then we go at bed at night asking ourselves these big existential questions. What is my purpose? What am I doing? Is it worth continuing the direction that I had before? Why am I doing this if there isn't a world to receive and reciprocate? There's this minute moment when you throw something in the air. It's the place where that thing is neither rising nor falling. It's when the gravity and the velocity come to a perfect equilibrium, creating a nanosecond of weightlessness, where it is suspended in a state of ma, M-A, which is a Japanese term, check it out. But basically, it's an ephemeral pause where you have nothing behind, nothing in front, just endless possibilities, or in our case right now, questions. This is where we are. A crisis in reciprocity, a crisis of our place on the universe, a crisis of our place in life, within our families, with our jobs, just a crisis of identity. But we'll get out of this. At one point we'll start moving, things will make more sense, and we're good at adapting and figuring things out as we move forward, and we will. So until then, don't forget, create your boundaries, do the breathing exercise, stop, breathe, relax, listen. I'll see you next week. Bye.